to Equal Shiksha. Today we will discuss about polydentate ligand. In previous lecture we have discussed about monodentate, bidentate ligands also. Now we will start from polydentate ligand. Poly, it's a tricky word which means more than two. Dentate means, we have discussed in previous class, donor atom, and ligands means atoms, molecules which donate lone pair of electron. Ligands which exist more than two donor atom are known as polydentate ligands. If there is three donor atom, then these are known as tridentate ligands. 4 donor atom, then these are known as tetradentate ligands. If there is 5 donor atom, then known as pentadentate ligands. And if there is 6 donor atoms, then they are known as hexadentate ligands. These may be positively charged, neutral, or negatively charged ligand. If there is positively charged, then they will use of same suffix em. If they are negatively charged, then they will use of suffix o, and for the just neutral ligands they will use of specific name. For cation, there will be use of ium suffix. For negative ligands they will use of suffix o, and for neutral ligands they will use of specific name. These are as follows. Suppose if there is tridentate ligand, which we have discussed, there will be presence of 3 donor atom. Its best example is di-EN. Its full form is diethylene triamine. Diethylene, CH2 and CS2, NH, CH2, CS2 and NS2. Here will also another NS2. This doesn't exist any charge. Here donor atom will be nitrogen, one of the, another nitrogen and another third nitrogen. Here is 3 donor atom, so it's a tridentate ligand. If there is another example like tri-EN, its name is triethylene tetraamine. Then the structure will be NH, CH2, CH2, NS2. Here CH2, CH2. This is further NH, CH2, CH2 and NH2. Donor atom, nitrogen 1, this one nitrogen 2, this one nitrogen 3, and this one nitrogen as a 4 donor atom. This one also a type of tetradentate ligand. Is that clear? Note it down. Now about pentadentate ligand having 5 donor atoms. Example is EDTA3-. Name of EDTA3- is ethylene diamine triacetato. Structure will be CH2 ethylene, diamine, there should be NS2. But we are taking here triacetato, so we will eliminate one of the hydrogen from here and structure will be CS2, COO negative. It carries -1 charge. This will be as a donor atom. This will be as a donor atom, two donor atom. Now we'll substitute these two hydrogen with the help of same acetato group. So here will be CH2, COO negative and another CH2, COO negative. -1, -1, -2. This one is -1. Total is -3. Ethylene, diamine, triacetato. Charge carries -3. So here is we are writing A2 suffix O. This is the structure of ethylene, diamine, triacetato. Donor atom will be this one oxygen. This oxygen also 2, nitrogen 3, another nitrogen 4 and another oxygen of acetato 5 donor atom. That's why it is pentadentate ligand. And for hexadentate ligand, there will be hexa means 6 donor atom, EDTA 4-. Its full form is ethylene. This is your ethylene diamine tetraacetato. This was ethylene diamine triacetato and this will be ethylene diamine tetraacetato. Structure, this is your same ethylene diamine, same NS2, but we will substitute these 4 hydrogen with the help of acetato. So CH2, this is your COO, it carries negative charge, will be as a donor atom. This nitrogen as a donor atom, CH2, COO negative. This will also as a donor atom. Here this nitrogen will be as a donor atom and CH2, this is your CO and O negative. This is the donor atom CH2, CO and O. This will also as a donor atom. Total value of charge -1, -1, -2, -3 and -4. It carries -4 charge. Acetato same, O suffix for the negative ligand. Note it down. So we have discussed about monodentate, bidentate, polydentate ligands. Now we'll discuss about final type of the ligand. That is amphidentate ligand. Amphi or ambidentate ligand. Amphi or ambidentate ligand means ligands having more than one donor atom. Those ligands which exist more than one donor atom, but at a time only one donor atom donates lone pair of electron. Means those ligands which exist more than one donor atom, but at a time only one atom donates lone pair of electron, are known as amphidentate ligand. This is also related in organic chemistry. Basically, during nucleophilic substitution reaction, they will also ask you, what do you know about amphidentate nucleophile? Then you can also use this type of the topic over there. There, the name of ligand will be on the at the use of ligand. They will use of amphidentate nucleophile because of both are same. How? Example is your first Cn minus. If carbon donates lone pair, then its name will be cyanido. But nitrogen also exists lone pair. Whenever this nitrogen donates lone pair of electron to the metal atom, then it is known as isocyanide. These are the amphidentate ligands for each other, and these are the amphidentate nucleophile also for each other. Second example, SCN called as thiocyanate. Donor atom will be sulfur. If donor atom is nitrogen to the central metal atom, then it is called as isothiocyanate. Both are amphidentate ligand for each other, HCN and NCS, similar to CN and NC, cyanido and isocyanide. And final is your NO2. NO2. If nitrogen as a donor atom, then its name will be as a nitro, and if oxygen is as donor atom to the metal atom, then it is known as nitrito. Nitro and nitrito. This was about the amphidentate ligands, means which exist more than one donor atom, but at a time only one atom donates lone pair of electron, are known as amphidentate ligand. Note it down. Now there is an important question related to ligands. What is that? If there is bidentate ligands, tridentate ligands, tetradentate ligands, pentadentate ligands, and hexadentate ligands, then what will be a major question? What do you know about chelate ring? What do you know about chelate ring? Or that can ask you, what do you know about chelate compounds? Chelate compounds. Or this may be as, what do you know about chelating effect? These both of are chelating effect. These both of are related to each other. Main word is your chelate. What is the meaning of chelate? If there is, suppose, bidentate ligand, A bond A, and this is the metal atom. This will donate lone pair electron. This will donate lone pair electron. Resultant, there will formation of a ring. This ring is called as chelate ring. This ring is called as chelate ring. Means bidentate ligands forms a ring by the donation of lone pair of electron to the central metal atom. Then forming ring is called as chelate ring. And compounds having chelate ring are known as chelate compound. And what will be the effect of chelate ring? If there is, suppose, monodentate ligand A, and here is bidentate ligand, here will formation of chelate ring, but here is no formation of chelate ring. So due to formation of chelate ring, there will be just two coordinate bond will attach to the metal atom, while here is only one coordinate bond attached with the metal atom. So it is easier to break this bond as compared to this. So what we can say that those compound which exist chelate ring are known as chelate compound, and due to presence of chelate compound, they are more stable than those of the compound which exist monodentate ligands. And this effect of stability is called as just chelating effect. How it is? We can take example. Suppose there is K4FeCN whole 6, and another example is your K3. You can take FeC2O4 whole thrice. These two examples can explain about the chelating effect. Here is CN. We have discussed in previous lecture. CN is as a just monodentate ligand, while C2O4 is as a bidentate ligand. So This is bidentate and this is monodentate. This doesn't form any kind of chelating, and due to having two donor atom, this forms a chelating with the central metal atom. That's why this will be more stable than this compound. Now is the question, if there is tridentate ligand, then there will formation of just two chelating. For tetradentate ligand, there will formation of 3 chelating. For pentadentate, 4 chelating. For hexadentate, 5 chelating. Ligand to ligand, there will increase in just number of chelating. Then according to this topic, EDTA 4 minus forms just ethylene diamine tetraacetato, forms 5 chelating. And according to this theory, this concept, forming compound with the EDTA should be more stable, but this is not right. Because of, in the case of EDTA or more than about just tridentate, tetradentate, pentadentate and hexadentate ligand, there will just increase in chelating. And due to increase in chelating, there will increase steric hindrance over the central metal atom. Steric hindrance means crowd of ligands surrounding to the central metal atom, which makes less stable. That is your steric hindrance. Due to steric hindrance, there will more crowd at the central metal atom and stability of compound decreases. Note it down. Now, other important definitions of complex salt. We have discussed about just cation and anion, central metal atom, ligands. Now there is some other important definitions which are related to complex salt or coordination compound. What are they? First is your ionizing sphere. This is the most important part. Second is your coordination sphere. Coordination sphere. Third is your, first is your ionizing sphere, second is your coordination sphere, third is your oxidation number. Oxidation number. Fourth is your coordination number. Coordination number. Fifth is your first ionizing sphere, second coordination sphere, third is your oxidation number, and fourth is your coordination number. Fifth topic is your coordination polyhedron. Coordination polyhedron. Now we'll discuss about jointly ionizing sphere and coordination sphere. What is that? For this example, K4FeCN whole 6. During dissolving in water, it dissociates in 4 of K plus and FeCN whole 6 4 minus. Here this will be as a, we have discussed in previous lectures, as a counter ion. Counter, COUNTER, counter ion, and this will be as a coordination sphere. Coordination sphere. So first topic of our is ionizing sphere. That part of complex salt or coordination compound which dissociates as a counter ion is called as your ionizing sphere. Ionizing sphere. First thing. Second thing is your coordination sphere. Part of coordination compound which is enclosed by square bracket and exists central metal atom and ligands both is called as coordination sphere. Once again, if there is any complex compound which can dissociate as follows, it exists just your as a cation and complex ion, then the cation will be as a counter ion or ionizing sphere, and the part of coordination compound which is surrounded by or enclosed by square bracket is called as coordination sphere. We can take another example. Suppose there is Cu NH3's whole 4 SO4. This dissociates as follows: Cu NH3's whole 4 plus 2 and SO4 2 minus. Now this will be as a ionizing sphere, or you can call it counter ion, and this is called as your coordination sphere, which is enclosed by square bracket. Note it down. Now we'll discuss about oxidation number. Oxidation number we have discussed in 11th standard chapter named as redox reaction. There we have discussed about how we can calculate oxidation number. It's too simple. How we can calculate? We have discussed their oxidation number will be assumed as a X for any kind of the element in any compound. Suppose there is K4 FeCN6. Then we'll calculate oxidation number of central metal atom. Not for counter ion, not for ligands, we'll calculate it for just central metal atom. And it will also use in the form of Roman figures. Roman figures means if there is oxidation number 1, then we'll use first. How we can calculate? That is as follows: K4 FeCN6. Suppose here is alkali metal. We have discussed in previous class all the alkali metals carries +1 as oxidation state. They are lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. All of carries +1 as oxidation state. So its oxidation state will be: potassium carries +1 charge, total number is 4, Fe is central metal atom, so it will be used as X. Cn carries -1, total number is 6, there is no charge over here, so 0. Its oxidation number +4 plus X -6, 0, total will be X -2. In that case, it will be as a +2, and in the form of Roman figure, it will be denoted by second. Is that clear? Second example, we can take over here Cu NH3's whole 4 SO4. Here is cation, here may be anion. Then how it can be possible? Cu will be as a X. NH3 is a molecule, so its oxidation number will be 0. Total number of NH3 is 4. Here is SO4. SO4 carries -2 charge. No charge on whole compound, so here will be 0. This will be X minus, here is 2, 0, X is equals to +2. This will be in the form of second. Another example is specific. Because of oxidation number may be 0. How it can be possible? FeCO's whole 5. It is just X, Fe, and CO, once again, it's a carbon monoxide or carbonyl. It's a molecule, so oxidation number will be 0, 5, 0. X is equals to, once again, 0. If there is FeCN whole 6, 3 minus, then how we can calculate oxidation number? Fe will assume as X. Cn is as a -1. Total number is 6. Over here, total charge is -3. So you will write it -3. No change. So X, this will be -6. This will be -3. X -6. This will be as a over here +3. So X -3 is equals to 0. Then X is equals to +3. Its oxidation number will be 3rd. We'll take another 5th example, which is most important. 5th example is your, you can take CO NH3's whole 6 +3. plus 3. Then CO, cobalt, X, NS3, once again molecule, 0, 6 is equals to plus 3. So X is equals to plus 3. Its oxidation number 1 will be in the form of Roman figure as a third. This was about the oxidation number. Note it down. Now, fourth topic is coordination number. What is the mean of coordination number? Total number of monodentate ligands attached to central metal atom is called as just your coordination number, or you can denote it by Cn. In short, total number of monodentate ligands attached to central metal atom is called as coordination number. For example, here is K4FeCN whole 6. Monodentate ligand Cn. Total number is 6. So its coordination number will be as 6. Another example we can take AgNS3 whole 2 plus, it's a monodentate ligand. Total number is 2. So its coordination number will be just 2. Third example, HgI3 minus 2. Then you can take, it is as a monodentate ligand. Total number is 3. So coordination number will be 3. If there is NiCOs whole 4, once again monodentate ligand, neutral monodentate ligand, so its coordination number 1 will be 4. If there is FeCOs whole 5, then its coordination number will be as a 5. Coordination number 2, coordination number 3, coordination number 4, coordination number 5, and coordination number 6. But if there is bidentate ligand, tridentate ligand, tetradentate ligand, pentadentate and hexadentate, so on, then how we can calculate coordination number? Suppose if there is COEN whole 3 plus 3. Suppose this is cobalt, this is En. We have discussed in previous classes. En is called as ethane 1,2-diamine or ethylene diamine. It's a bidentate ligand. Its total number is 3. According to this topic, oxidation coordination number should be 3. But En is a bidentate ligand. So coordination number will be, how we can calculate exact coordination number for this compound? If there is bidentate ligand, if there is tridentate ligand, if there is tetradentate ligand, if there is pentadentate ligand, if there is hexadentate ligands, then how we can calculate coordination number? Then they will use of just total number of bidentate ligand multiplied by 2. Here total number will be multiplied by 3. Here total number will be multiplied by 4. Here total number of ligand will be multiplied by 5. And here total number will be multiplied by 6. So En is 3 and En is a bidentate ligand. So total number will be multiplied by 2. So its coordination number will be 3 into 2 is equals to 6. Is that clear? Note it down. Now next topic is your coordination polyhedron. What is the meaning of coordination polyhedron? 3-dimensional arrangement of ligands surrounding two central metal atom is called as coordination polyhedron. This is according to the coordination number. Suppose if there is 4 coordination number, then its polyhedron will be M as a metal atom, 4 ligand L, L and N. If there is 5 coordination number, then it will be as a just M, L, L L, above the plane L and below the plane. Trigonal bipyramidal. This will be as a tetrahedron, polyhedron. This will be as a trigonal bipyramidal. And for the coordination number 6, for example, there may as a, you can write here over here ML4 as a formula. You can write over here ML5 as a formula, or you can write over here ML6 as a formula. Then its coordination polyhedron will be L, 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 above the plane and below the plane. This will be as a octahedral polyhedron. So, three-dimensional arrangement of ligands surrounding two central matter atom is called as just your coordination polyhedron. There may tetrahedral, there may trigonal bipyramidal, there may octahedral also. Is that clear? Note it down. Now is the time to discuss about the types of coordination compound. This topic relates the question of 2 marks in board examination. One of the two types of the coordination compound, one of the homoleptic and another the heteroleptic. You can call it, it is based upon the type of ligands. How? Homoleptic. Here is K4FeCN6 and here is PtCl2NH3 This is your K4FeCN6 and this is your PtCl2NH3 It exists only one type of ligands, CN, cyanido, and it exists more than one kind of ligands, having more than one kind of ligands. They are known as just heteroleptic, and having only one kind of ligands, those are known as homoleptic ligands. So these was about some important definitions and parts which are related to just coordination compound or complex compound. Is that clear? Got it. So dear student, we'll meet in next video. Till then, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.